All right. Hello. Welcome back to Pop Culture. This is Brian,
This is Jonathan.
and this is episode
Seven, I
Yeah,
believe.
we were say 7 or 8
Or 9.
or 9.
We've lost track.
You'll know. By the time this is published, you'll know.
Yeah.
But we're coming back today with this is one I've never tried before. Route 66 Soda's Lime Soda. It says right on the bottle, real cane sugar, and then a funny little tagline at the bottom, chosen by soda jerks every time. Fun fact, I thought about the phrase
Jerking off?
all the time, but no, I was thinking about that, and actually there are people out there on the internet who review sodas already, and they call themselves the soda jerks,
Oh, really?
which is great because that's what they used to call people who poured soda, but they already took that. Name's already been taken.
All right. Well, that's our competition.
Yeah. All right. So let's get this open. We're pouring this one out over ice.
Yeah. We tried to chill these, but unfortunately,
Did not have enough time.
so we've supplemented it with our favorite generic Solo cup and ice.
Yeah. Oh. So I've smelled it already.
Oh, it's actually green.
Yeah.
The bottle is not just colored green.
Nope. Clear
Unlike a certain type of other soda, Sprite.
bottle. Yeah. So we've got that. Pouring it out. I'm just gonna take a little bit from the bottle and then let the rest of it chill a bit.
Wow.
Oh, first impression's pretty good.
This tastes like your brother gave me one of these recently.
Yeah.
It was the frozen juice sticks.
Oh yeah.
It tastes like one of the green ones.
Yeah. So I have no idea what is in here. For a fun note on the bottle, I don't know if you noticed this. This is not actually a sticker. This is ink that has been printed directly onto the glass. You don't see that very
Oh
often.
wow, you're right.
Yeah, I've only seen that in maybe a handful of other sodas. A lot of, I think Mexican Coke does that, but American sodas, you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
They also, here, I'm just going to take another sip. Well, I let my glass chill a little bit while you drink that. We actually have a little paragraph on the back. Here we go. There's also a little diagram of a train bridge or a road bridge. I'm not sure what this is, but Chain of Rocks Bridge, taking its name from the perilous Rocky Rapids spanning one of the most scenic areas of the Mississippi River. The bridge, 5,353 feet long, was originally constructed in 1929. Its most striking feature is a 22-degree turn in the middle, connecting Illinois and Missouri. It has a rich history and is on the National Register of Historic Places. The new bridge for I-270 traffic led to its closing in 1967. Today it is one of the world's longest bicycle and pedestrian bridges. Okay, that's a neat random fact. I wonder if all of these Route 66 sodas have different road landmarks on them.
Maybe. We'll have to check that in the future.
Yeah, because I think they had a couple other flavors there. Ooh, I'm liking what I'm tasting with it chilled.
I mean, logistically, because these are not wrappers and they're all printed,
Yeah.
it'd be very hard to have different facts on different bottles.
That's a good point. It
Something
probably
like that. I mean,
is.
that has nothing to do with the soda. That's just
Yeah.
logistics.
Yeah, absolutely. A little more facts about this because I knew absolutely nothing. This is a cane sugar soda. I would not have picked up on that originally. It's very sweet, but it doesn't really have the signature of that. Let's see. Claims natural flavors, which is interesting because they're actually very strong.
They're strong here?
For these flavors, for a naturally flavored lime soda, this
I gotta
I'd call it pretty strong for
I gotta
lime.
disagree with you.
You do?
This is pretty muted.
For a soda, it is, but a lot of really well flavored sodas for naturally flavored things like citruses, like lemon lime, you can get pretty strong because lemonade's a pretty thing, but lime. Personally, I haven't found many that are this strong, but I don't drink too many lime-specific sodas. So you may be
Well,
correct
for
here.
natural lime products in general,
Mm-hmm.
this is very muted.
Hmm.
And I have to say, I'm very disappointed.
Okay.
I mean, I first took a sip from the ice and the beverage I poured out, and I thought to myself, did the ice melt too fast? This tastes very watered down.
Yeah.
And then I had some straight from the bottle, and then I realized, no, this is just what it tastes like.
Interesting. Yeah, I would agree that it smells more than it tastes. There is more to it. It is not in-your-face flavor.
I mean, I don't think I don't even think it's looking at your face. Like, very lacking in the taste department.
I'm actually getting a lot. This might just be their differences in palate here, because I know you're a big fan of citrus things, and I'm a big fan of sodas. So this might.
I can tell it's lime.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
can
absolutely.
tell.
No, because you know the citrus a little better than I do, but I know like the brews a little bit. So this would actually be an interesting point to see which one of us has a more developed palate for this exact soda here. I will say I'm liking it. I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I just don't think it lives up to its predecessor on this show.
Oh,
I'm referring to the last citrus flavored soda we've had, which will be brought up later. But I think Brian can figure out my opinions on that segment.
Yeah, I think I know where that's going.
It's good. No, don't get me wrong. It's good.
I enjoy this.
With such a distinct color.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
It is. Let's see. Come on, arts, don't fail me now. It is lime. I don't know if you'd call this lime green. It's actually
Chartreuse, maybe.
Maybe it's a little dark for lime, actually. I mean, it looks kind of like the skin of a lime.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah. So not like the color lime green, but like the color of an actual lime is the color we're talking here. I enjoy it though. Let's see. Yeah, it hasn't been really flavor. All we've said is we enjoy it. That's not very helpful to you, the audience. But where to start with this? Where to start? I guess with the flavor.
Yeah.
I guess with the flavor. Okay, so yeah, you think it's a little too subdued. I think it's just the right level of subdued. I think that it probably could have even gone further without being too bland. That's my personal take on this, though, because my take on fruit sodas is a little different from other sodas. I mean, the first thing I would compare this to would probably be Fanta. I think they do a lime flavor, right?
Yeah, but it's a lot sweeter.
Yeah, it's a lot sweet. There is sweetness here, a lot of sweetness, but it's not crazy sweetness. This is not sugar water with some flavoring. I mean, by the ingredients it is, but it doesn't taste like they just added a drop of flavoring into sugar water. They claim it's natural. I believe them, because this is not crazy. Let's see, if I had to compare this to the average soda, the flavor, I would probably put this is probably right in the middle of the road for me as a 5. If I'm comparing it specifically to fruit flavored sodas, maybe a 4.
Yeah, it's a bit on the lower end.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, my main issue with this is that, the flavor of a lime is not just sour.
Yeah.
You got some of the citrus, and you got some of the bitterness of it. Most of the bitterness from this comes from the carbonation.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of bitterness, and because there's no artificial flavoring, you should be able to tell that.
Yeah.
If there was any bitterness, it should be from the lime flavor and not from the carbonation.
Absolutely. So whatever other flavors, because it doesn't just say natural lime flavor, natural flavors plural. So whatever else they've put in here has kind of balanced or flattened out, more likely is the lime flavor, because it's really, there's not much shift in there.
Despite me saying I don't like it that much, I've almost finished everything.
I'm about 60% done. He's about 85% done.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the heat in this room. It makes everything more drinkable.
Yeah, we should add also, this is actually a very refreshing one. This will come up later in drinkability. This is a very refreshing soda.
Oh yes, definitely.
This goes down easier than Fanta for me.
I mean, no matter what I said about flavor and my disappointments, this is crisp. This is refreshing. It's not a hard feat to pull out with citrus-based sodas.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's drinkable.
And we'll get to that in a sec. But first, I guess we have to discuss the balance and the smoothness of this one. Oh yeah, he's done.
I'm done.
You'll be hearing mostly from me as to updates on this. You'll have something to say.
I already have my opinion on this.
Yep, you said your piece to it. I'll basically just be adding my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
For balance and smoothness, let me tell you, I told you that they flattened it out. That doesn't make it unbalanced, though. It's just kind of homogeneous. There is a sort of, not just the temperature, but the crispness kind of makes it have this coolness to it as an aftertaste. Like cold is the aftertaste, not just in temperature, but in flavor. It's one of those illusion flavors. You know, how mint makes your mouth feel a little cold sometimes. That's what I'm getting out of this. Not that there's any mint in it, but I think even at room temperature, this would probably be a very refreshing beverage right here. And what else? Let's see. Balance. Yeah, well balanced. It goes down smooth. Obviously, it goes down smooth. This is very smooth. It's not very thick. It's pretty thin. I know that's a weird term, but it's very, it doesn't feel like there's a lot more to it. The carbonation starts to flatten out pretty quickly. So balance, smoothness. I'd rate this, I don't know what exact number I'd put this. It's above average for me, but barely. I think balance and smoothness, I'm going to go with a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna say a 6 on this. It's definitely nice, but there's not a lot going on here. I might even lower it. Balance and smoothness specifically, I might lower that down to a 5 actually, because I think this is right in the middle of the road. They did a good job at making it exactly what it needed to be, and that is a very refreshing drink. That is not a reflection on its drinkability, which I'm about to discuss.
You know what? I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one.
Oh, yeah?
I think this is a 7 or an 8 on
Okay.
balance and smoothness.
Okay.
Because, lime has always been the more muted one of lemon lime.
Yeah.
Yeah, lime is not as strong as lemon, nor does it have to be. Like, in the genre of citrus, lime sits more toward the bottom. And I think that plays very well into the balance of it.
You know what? I'm thinking about what you're saying.
Don't let my opinion influence yours.
No, I'm just wondering if I'm thinking about the wrong things on this, because what I'm thinking is, honestly, I think I might actually bump mine up, not just because of what you're saying. I think 5 is too low generally. This is above average.
5, again, according to our score, 5 is average.
5 is average. 5 is not a 50% you fail. 5 is this is middle of the road. I neither hate nor love this. Actually, yeah, I would go up. I don't know if I'd go
as high as
7.
As high as I did.
Yeah, I'd at least a 6 actually. Upon further analysis, I would call this a 6 in balance and smoothness. But now we're going into the category I think this is really going to shine in, and that's drinkability.
Oh yes.
Oh wow, yeah. You're already done.
Yeah, you're almost done.
I've been going slow. I have been fighting the urge to gulp back this bottom 10% of my cup for a couple minutes now because it is so good to drink.
Is this going to be another Satsuma Fizz issue where we have only 20 minutes and need to bring in another?
Yeah, it probably will be. We have a backup, so don't worry. You'll get a double. This is probably going to be a double episode, I'd say. Yeah, I'm just going to...
Hey, no promises, no promises.
No promises, but this might be a double episode because we just knocked this back. Yeah, drinkability, if I just had to put a number on this, at least an 8. This is basically like drinking water on a hot day.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. You hardly notice how much you've drunk. The muted flavor really complements this. The low flavor score actually, I say low, but the just above average flavor score actually complements it because you're not stopping to ponder the intricacies of the brew in here. There's no real palate to discern. It's just, this tastes nice and makes me feel good. Let me drink a lot of it right now.
It's like if someone put the lime slices in chilled water, and then but also added a touch of sweetness
just
in there.
A little bit, yeah. And I'm done. That's
you
good.
Are done. Your drinkability is obviously very high.
Yeah,
I'd give this 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8's my minimum on this one.
And the lack of, funny enough, the lack of flavor really plays into drinkability.
Absolutely.
Because this is actually refreshing. Most sodas are not refreshing because they contain sugars, and other additives that actually make you more thirsty.
Yep.
The lack of flavor and other additives in this just makes it so that this is inherently a refreshing beverage.
Absolutely. It's not quite as, thirst quenching, I'd say, as like Gatorade, something that's meant to, but
It has
Wow.
electrolytes.
what plants crave.
What plants
Yeah.
crave.
But this, as a soda goes, drinkability, this is extremely high. Wow.
I think this is a situation where the less drinkable they could make this, the more the flavor would go up, and vice versa.
Yeah, you know what? I hadn't thought about that until this episode, but that may be one of the issues we bring up in our big discussion of just soda in general, as a beverage, because that is very true. Because the last episode we had a root beer, tasted great, not refreshing. We had to sit out afterward and just digest. I did, at least, because I can't burp. As I'm required to say in every episode, I can't burp. So
It's contractually obligated.
yeah, right now we've decided that's contractually obligated.
I'll fax over the paperwork.
Yeah, I'll sign
next
it.
business day.
I have my people look at it. But anyway, so I can't burp. So most sodas are not what you'd call refreshing. They just taste really good. This one, wow.
Lack of taste, very refreshing.
Yeah. Actually, I think Starbucks, I think they might have just discontinued this beverage, unfortunately. But they had one called a Cool Lime Refresher. It was basically just a lime flavored drink.
Coffee? Lime
Not
flavored
coffee.
Oh.
It was more of a juice than a coffee. Very light.
You know what? Lime flavored coffee would be terrible.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Sour coffee? Oh my god.
Yeah, but they had this refreshing drink. It was very light, served with a shit ton of ice, lime flavored, a little bit of sweetener in there, and that was really good. I think they
So
have,
basically a non-alcoholic mojito.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I believe they discontinued it this summer after several years.
What a
But
shame.
yeah, but this is really good. Anyone listening out there who was a fan of Starbucks' Cool Lime Refresher, the Route 66 soda, lime soda,
Yeah, you just
consider that.
pour this over a bunch of crushed ice.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it'd be the same.
Yeah, this is really good. This is just real good. I guess that would bring us to the main question, though, is
Overall
the final
score.
overall
Yeah.
score, final verdict on this. I think you and I agree that the drinkability is the highest weighted number on this.
Despite that, I'm giving it a 5. This
5?
is very middle of the road.
Mhm.
I can see myself, drinking
Yeah.
a lot of this on a hot day,
Yeah.
but I could not see myself specifically picking this out over some of the other offerings.
I feel you. I would have to be craving lime to really go for this. If I wanted citrus, as someone who doesn't drink a whole lot, I might go for this just because it's not the same as most other citrus things out there. But as a soda, I'm probably gonna go a little higher than you. I don't think I can give it below a 6. Myself, it's probably a high 6, maybe a 7, because I'm really strongly weighting that drinkability score. I think that is what's most important to me on
It's
this.
the best thing that has it going for it.
Yeah.
It's very light.
And normally we don't just straight up give the weighting to what the highest score is. Like, we give the weighting to what we think is the most important score. Root beers, it's usually the flavor. On this one, it's the drinkability. So I'm gonna, to really follow my conscience, I'd say I'd give this a really high 6, maybe a 7. But I think final score, I personally would give it a very strong high 6 on this one, with the caveat that I would recommend it if you live in a hot area and you want something refreshing. I have no idea how easy this is to come by. I don't know if you can get this in like case quantities, but if you walk into a drugstore and you see this in the fridge and you like lime, I'd say go for it. It's really good.
I'll have to agree with that consensus.
Yeah, that's our caveat aside from the score. But here comes the next big question: is that drinkability enough, you think, to knock over Satsuma Fizz from King of the Hill?
Obviously not.
No.
No, not even close.
Not even close. No.
I don't even have to ask, Brian.
Yep.
Like, it's gonna
Yep.
take Satsuma Fizz, the juggernaut. He's just been plowing through the competition and no mercy.
No. Wow.
Leaves
That's
a-
insane.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, this could be rose tinted glasses. We might need to actually get a bottle of Satsuma Fizz back on the show to refresh our memories.
That's a good idea. Is actually, whatever's the reigning champion, we should have a bottle on hand to pour out a little shot of every time, just to split between us and see if it really does compare. But
Yeah.
just off of my memory of Satsuma Fizz, which may or may not be tainted, I do think it's better than this.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
Satsuma Fizz, we gave it, I'm pretty sure, at just as high as drinkability.
Yes.
But we also rated it very high in flavor as well.
Yeah, that one, there was more going on there. There was more complexity in that one. There was more to work with. It wasn't just something refreshing. It was very tasty.
It was a good soda.
Yeah. Now, I think this, depending on people's personal interest, this could have had the ability to maybe topple Baja Blast.
Yes.
This
yes.
definitely could have beaten probably at least half the other sodas that have been on. But Satsuma Fizz just knocks it out.
Yeah,
No way.
I mean, here's the thing. That's one of the issues with a King of the Hill format.
Yep.
It's not really fair.
No. We could redo this with brackets maybe, but...
Maybe. No, but the thing with brackets is that we'd have to have them all at once.
Yep.
And have them, just arranged and fight each other. We'd have to... I mean, to make things completely fair, I'm a very inquisitive and scientific person in nature.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to randomly assign each of these sodas a place in the bracket.
Yep.
And then we'd have to methodically go through all of that. It's just too much work.
Yeah. King of the Hill's easier. May not be fair, but it is easier. And it does put Satsuma Fizz at the top once again.
I mean,
As good as this is.
It's sad that we have, at this point, a 6-way tie for third, according to the King of the Hill system.
Yep. Man, I don't know. Let's see. I don't even know how I would rate this against a root beer, because I personally enjoy root beers, but I think when in this heat, I might reach for one of these first.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, will anyone ever topple Satsuma Fizz?
That's the question. I mean, I hope we find something that can, because that means we found something even better.
Yeah. But at the same time, Satsuma Fizz is just so good.
It is so good. If we don't find something by the end of the season, we're just going to get more of that to celebrate.
Yeah,
it's so
basically. Oh, man. Looks like this episode's going to be on the shorter end.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do a double.
No, we got enough content in this one that it's probably not going to be a double upload this time. But yeah, not much you can say, because there's not much going on for flavor. Once again, though, drink it if you like lime, and you can find it.
Very good.
Yeah.
This would be a good mixer.
Yes.
This would be a very good mixer.
Gosh, you're right, actually.
That's something I hadn't thought about up until this point.
Yeah.
Because doing the root beer recently, we talked about using root beer as an ingredient and other things.
Root beer floats.
Yeah, root beer floats primarily. And that got me thinking, this might not be that flavorful on its own.
Yeah.
But you could definitely do a lot of things to make this better. Like maybe get some concentrated lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you want more of that sour punch.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of your choice of sweetener agent.
If you're someone above legal age and you drink, this would probably be nice with some rum, I'd say.
Or any liqueur, really.
Yeah. Nothing too creamy, though, because this really shines through with its thinness and its crispness and lightness.
Maybe you could even cut this with Sprite.
You know what? That would add a little more fizz to it.
And add a little bit more fizz, a little bit more sweetness.
Oh, you know what? Some ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Yeah.
Oh.
The sharpness of the ginger mixed with the coolness of the lime here. I think some ginger ale and this lime soda would probably be a decent combination. Especially a mixer ginger ale. It's meant to be mixed into other things.
Yeah, definitely. But this has potential.
Yes, it does.
Route 66 lime soda has potential.
Yes, and not judging on it, but I do also just got to give it style props for the printed bottle.
Bold choice with the printed bottle.
Yeah. I think I've only seen one other American produced and distributed soda that does this. It was some cherry soda. Actually, it was from some Canadian, French Canadian company anyway. So yeah, it's not very common to see that. It can't be cheap.
Well, I mean,
not as cheap as printing stickers
and
and putting stickers on bottles.
How do you think they did it? Do you think they acid etched these?
I don't know. I think it's probably
enamel paint.
It's probably some printing process. It probably rolls across something as it's being applied. As someone with printmaking experience, because it's raised. It's definitely ink that has been applied on. Could be some kind of decal.
I think it's enamel paint.
Could be. Anyone out there who happens to hear this who has any knowledge on how graphics are applied to bottles,
leave a comment.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
But yeah, I think that's it for this episode.
I would agree. I think we've said our piece on this one.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Brian.
And this has been
Pop Culture
episode 7. We're calling
8
it.
or 9. Yeah.
I'm
7.
99% sure it's 7.
Okay.
Because
I'll go with it.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Bye.